Have you noticed that simple things like standing up from a chair, walking across the living room, or climbing a few stairs have started feeling harder than they used to? Maybe you have to push off your knees just to get up. Maybe you feel like your balance is just off, and maybe you've brushed it off, thinking, well, I guess that's just what happens when you get older. But here's something I want you to hear loud and clear today. That's not just aging. It's actually one of the earliest and most overlooked signs of something called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Now, before that word scares you, let me explain. Sarcopenia doesn't come with a flashing red warning sign. It doesn't hurt. There's no swelling, no bruising. It just creeps in quietly. One day you're moving fine. Then, slowly, you notice your legs feel a little heavier. You get tired a little faster. Maybe you're less steady than you used to be. But because it happens so gradually, it's easy to miss. You chalk it up to just getting older. But what if I told you it's not irreversible? What if I told you that leg strength, energy, and stability can start to come back? Not in months, but in a matter of days? And no, I'm not talking about hitting the gym for hours or signing up for expensive therapy. I'm talking about something far simpler and far more powerful. 3 essential vitamins. That's right. Studies, real science, and decades of clinical experience show that there are 3 specific nutrients that play a central role in how strong or how weak your legs feel after 60. And the best part, these vitamins aren't exotic or hard to find. In fact, your body has relied on them your entire life. It just needs a little help now to keep getting what it needs, because how your body absorbs and uses nutrients changes dramatically as you age. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through each of these vitamins. We'll look at how they work, how deficiency shows up in everyday life, and most importantly, how you can start using them safely and effectively to bring strength and balance back into your legs. This isn't guesswork. It's not health gossip. This is real, proven scientific insight that can change how you walk, how you stand, and how confident you feel doing the things you love. And if you're thinking, that sounds too simple to work, I get it. I was skeptical too, until I saw the results, not just in studies, but in real people. People in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who were able to regain the power in their steps and the steadiness in their balance just by addressing what their body was quietly missing. So if you've been feeling a little less steady, if stairs have become your enemy, or if you've ever thought, I'm just getting too old for this, I want you to stay with me, because it's not age. It's not your imagination. And more importantly, it's not too late. Let's start restoring the strength in your legs, one smart, simple step at a time. Let's talk about something that happens quietly, so quietly. Most people never even realize it's happening until it's already affected their strength, their balance, and their confidence. The silent decline of leg muscles after 60. Muscle loss in your legs doesn't usually come with big warning signs. There's no dramatic pain, no swelling, nothing obvious. It just starts to creep in. One day, you're climbing stairs without thinking twice. The next, you're pausing halfway up, wondering why it suddenly feels like you're wearing ankle weights. So what's behind this slow fade in strength and stability? There are 3 key reasons, 3 hidden forces that work against your legs as you age. And once you understand them, you can start fighting back. First, let's talk about nutrient deficiencies. As we get older, our bodies don't absorb vitamins and minerals as effectively. Our stomachs produce less acid, and that makes it harder to break down food and pull out the nutrients we need. That's why even seniors who eat well can still be low on the nutrients that matter most. Specifically, we're talking about vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and thiamine, also known as vitamin B1. These 3 nutrients are essential for strength, balance, and energy. Without enough of them, your body simply can't maintain muscle mass, especially in your legs. It's like trying to run a car with no oil, no fuel, and no spark. The engine's still there, but it won't move right that second. There's circulation. Blood flow naturally slows down as we age, and your legs are the farthest point from your heart. That means when circulation is poor, they're often the first to suffer. Less blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your muscles. The result? Fatigue, cramps, and that heavy-legged feeling that shows up even after just a short walk. Have you ever stood up and felt like your legs needed a second to catch up with your brain? That's not just age. That's your muscles gasping for support. And third, we have the most obvious but still often underestimated factor: reduced physical activity. After retirement, it's easy to slow down. You sit more, move less. Maybe stairs start feeling risky, or long walks aren't worth the effort. The problem is, when you move less, your muscles shrink. This is called muscle atrophy. But here's the twist. Even if you try to stay active, your muscles can't rebuild or recover properly without the right nutrients backing them up. Exercise alone won't fix it. Your body needs the internal support system, the vitamins and minerals that fuel repair and growth. So let's put it all together. You're absorbing fewer nutrients. Your blood isn't delivering them efficiently. And your activity level, no matter how steady, isn't enough to rebuild strength unless the internal conditions are right. It might sound like a lot, but this is actually good news. Why? Because each of these issues has a clear solution. And it doesn't require complicated workouts, expensive treatments, or dramatic lifestyle changes. It starts with restoring the 3 key vitamins your legs have been quietly missing. And in the next part of this series, we'll explore the first one: vitamin D3. Not just a bone vitamin, but a powerful switch that can help reawaken your muscle strength, improve your balance, and bring that steady, confident stride back into your life. Let's keep going. You're going to want to hear this. Let's talk about what I like to call the master switch for your body: vitamin D3. Now, when most people hear vitamin D, they think about bones. And yes, it's crucial for keeping your bones strong. But that's just the beginning. Vitamin D3 plays a much bigger role, especially as you get older. It's the quiet commander of your entire musculoskeletal system. Without it, your muscles can't contract properly, your nerves don't fire on time, and your balance, well, it just starts to fade. You see, vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for bone strength. But just as importantly, it ensures your muscles respond when your brain tells them to move. It keeps communication lines between your brain, nerves, and muscles open and clear. Without enough D3, your body feels off, unsteady, heavy. So how do you know if you might be running low? Here are some signs that often show up first in the legs. Weakness. When climbing stairs, cramps in the calves, especially at night, pain in your hips, knees, or even heels, feeling unbalanced or more prone to stumbling. Insomnia, restlessness, or mild anxiety. Sound familiar? These aren't just normal aging. They're your body whispering, sometimes shouting, that it's missing something critical. Let's look at the science. A study from the University of Birmingham in the UK found that seniors who took just 800 IU of vitamin D3 daily increased their leg strength by an average of 19% in just a few weeks. Think about that. Nearly 1 in 5 pounds of strength gained back without stepping foot in a gym. And it's not just about strength. According to researchers at Harvard, older adults with low levels of vitamin D3 were 40% more likely to fall or end up in the hospital compared to those with healthy levels. That's not just a number. That's mobility, independence, peace of mind. So how much should you be getting? For most adults over 60, the recommended daily dose is between 800 and 1000 IU. But if you're already experiencing symptoms, feeling unsteady, weak or fatigued, or if you've had a fall recently, many experts recommend bumping up to 1500 to 2000 IU per day, always under medical supervision. Now, here's a crucial point. Vitamin D3 is fat-soluble. That means you need to take it with food that contains some healthy fat, like a few eggs, a slice of avocado, or a piece of salmon. Morning is the best time to take it, right after breakfast. And no, unfortunately, most people can't get enough D3 from food alone. You'd have to eat fatty fish every single day, drink multiple glasses of fortified milk, and top it off with a few eggs, just to get to 800 IU. That's why supplementation is not just helpful, it's necessary for many seniors, but important. Warning here, don't go overboard. Taking more than 4,000 IU daily over a long period can cause serious problems. We're talking about kidney stones, nausea, and irregular heartbeat. So stay within the recommended range, check with your doctor, and monitor how your body responds. Because when you get this one vitamin right, everything else starts to fall into place. Your muscles feel stronger, your steps feel lighter, and that unsteady, uncertain feeling in your legs, it starts to fade. Vitamin D3 isn't just about preventing disease. It's about restoring confidence. It's about moving through your day with energy and ease, like your body finally remembered how to support you again. And that's just the first piece of the puzzle. Next, we're going to explore a second vitamin, one that helps your brain and your legs speak the same language again. Vitamin B12. Stay with me. You won't want to miss this. Now let's move onto a vitamin that doesn't get nearly enough attention, but can completely change the way your body feels and moves. I'm talking about vitamin B12. Most people think of B12 as the energy vitamin, and that's true. But for seniors, especially those over 60, it's so much more than that. B12 is the communication line between your brain and your muscles, especially the muscles in your legs. Without it, those lines get fuzzy. Your legs stop responding quickly. Your balance wobbles. You start to feel like your body and brain aren't always on the same page. And here's the tricky part. Most of the early signs of B12 deficiency are subtle. They sneak up on you. You might feel tingling or numbness in your feet. Your legs might feel unusually weak when standing or walking. Maybe you've been feeling a little off balance, even on flat ground. Some people describe it as if their legs are asleep or not listening. Add in some occasional brain fog, mood dips, or even forgetfulness, and many people assume it's just part of getting older. But it's not age. It's a lack of B12, and it's fixable. So why does this happen? There are two big reasons. First, as we age, we produce less stomach acid, and B12 is hard to absorb without it. If you take antacids, acid blockers like omeprazole, or meds for reflux, your absorption drops even further. Second, your diet might not contain enough. B12 is found almost exclusively in animal-based foods: meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. If you eat less meat, follow a plant-based diet, or just have a lighter appetite, your intake might be too low. And even if you're eating those foods, poor absorption can still leave your B12 levels low. Let's look at what the science says. A major Oxford study found that older adults with low B12 levels not only walked more slowly and had poorer balance, but were twice as likely to fall in the coming year compared to those with normal levels. In another clinical trial, seniors were given 1,000 micrograms of B12 daily for 8 weeks. The results? Faster reflexes, better balance, more leg strength, and reduced numbness. That's the power of one nutrient when it's the right one. So, how much should you take? Experts recommend 500 to 1,000 micrograms per day for most people over 60. Look, for methylcobalamin, that's the form your body can absorb and use immediately. No conversion needed. B12 comes in many forms: tablets, sublingual drops, chewables, even sprays. Pick the one that's easiest for you. Take it in the morning or around lunchtime, because B12 boosts alertness and can interfere with sleep if taken too late. Just one note: avoid drinking tea or coffee around the same time, since they can block absorption. Now you might be wondering, can't I just get this from food? Theoretically, yes. But in reality, it's tough. You'd need to eat large amounts of liver, shellfish, or multiple servings of dairy every single day. And most seniors either don't eat enough of those foods or can't absorb them efficiently. That's why supplementing is usually the safest and simplest way. And the good news? B12 is water-soluble, so your body flushes out any extra. It's one of the safest vitamins you can take, especially when used at recommended levels. When your B12 levels are restored, it's like flipping a switch. Your legs feel stronger. Your steps become more coordinated. And your balance, the thing we all start to worry about after 60, gets a solid boost. So if you've been dealing with numbness, if your feet don't feel quite right, if you've had moments where you felt like your legs just weren't with you, don't ignore it. Test your B12, support your nerves, and reconnect your brain and your body one smart step at a time. Next, we're going to complete the trio with a nutrient most people have never heard of, but one that gives your muscles the energy they've been begging for. It's time to talk about vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. Let's keep going. Now let's complete the trio with a nutrient that's often overlooked, but might just be the missing spark your legs have been waiting for. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. If vitamin D3 is the switch that activates your muscles, and B12 is the wire that connects your brain to your body, vitamin B1 is the fuel. It's what helps turn your food into real, usable energy. Specifically, it converts carbohydrates into the energy currency your muscles use every time you take a step, climb stairs, or stand from a chair. And since your legs contain the largest muscles in your body, they require a massive amount of energy to function smoothly and consistently. But here's the problem. Many people over 60 are running low on this key nutrient. And when thiamine is low, your muscles don't just feel tired, they feel like they're shutting down. Let's talk about some of the early signs of a B1 deficiency. Have you ever felt that your legs get tired too easily, even with light activity? Cramps in your calves or feet that seem to come out of nowhere? A dragging, heavy feeling in your legs like you're walking through water? Lightheadedness or breathlessness when climbing stairs? A weird lack of motivation to move your body at all, even when you want to? These aren't just signs of aging. They're red flags from your energy metabolism, and thiamine plays a central role. So what causes thiamine levels to drop? First, absorption naturally declines with age. Second, if you're taking diuretics, which are common for heart conditions or high blood pressure, you may be flushing thiamine out through urine. Third, metformin, a medication commonly used for type 2 diabetes, can interfere with B1 levels. Fourth, alcohol, even in moderate amounts, reduces absorption. And finally, your diet may not include enough whole grains, legumes, or seeds, some of the best natural sources of B1. So what does the science say? A 2021 study from Tokyo University found that over 30% of seniors tested have low thiamine levels, and they reported significantly weaker legs, more fatigue, and slower walking speeds. But here's the good news. After just a short course of supplementation, most showed major improvements in energy, walking distance, and stair climbing ability. Another study published in Neurological Sciences followed patients with chronic leg fatigue. After just 7 days of taking 100 milligrams of thiamine daily, 82% reported improved endurance, 68% reported reduced heaviness and pain, and none reported side effects. That's 1 week, one simple shift. Huge results. So what's the right amount? The recommended daily dose is about 1.1 milligrams for women and 1.2 milligrams for men. But for seniors experiencing fatigue or muscle symptoms, doctors often recommend 50 to 100 milligrams per day therapeutically. The good news? Thiamine is water-soluble, which means any excess is flushed out by the body. It's considered one of the safest supplements for older adults. To get the most benefit, take it in the morning with food that includes some healthy fat or protein. Avoid taking it with tea, coffee, or alcohol, since they can interfere with absorption. Now, could you get enough thiamine from food alone? In theory, yes, but realistically, it's tough. You'd need to eat a generous mix of brown rice, lentils, sunflower seeds, and organ meats every single day. And even then, age and medications might block full absorption. That's why a small supplement each day can be a game changer. And here's what happens when your thiamine levels are back in balance. Your legs feel lighter walking. Gets easier climbing stairs doesn't drain you. You feel like you want to move again, not because you have to, but because your body says, let's go. Vitamin B1 isn't flashy. It doesn't make headlines. But when it's missing, everything slows down. And when it's restored, everything wakes up. You might just feel like an engine that finally got the fuel it needed. So now that we've uncovered how D3, B12, and B1 work together, the next question is, how do you combine them safely and effectively so your body gets the most out of each one? That's exactly what we'll cover next. Let's talk timing, dosage, and the ideal daily routine to bring your strength back step by step. So now that you know how powerful vitamin D3, B12, and B1 can be individually, let's take the next important step: how to combine them the right way, at the right time for maximum benefit. Because just like a good recipe, it's not only about having the right ingredients, it's also about how you mix them together. Let's start with timing. Each of these three vitamins plays a different role in your body's daily rhythm, and taking them at the right time helps your body absorb and use them more effectively. Vitamin D3 is best taken in the morning, ideally with a breakfast that includes healthy fats. Think Greek yogurt, eggs, a few slices of avocado, or even a spoon of olive oil. D3 is fat soluble, so it needs that fat to be properly absorbed. Vitamin B1, thiamine, should also be taken in the morning, right alongside D3. Why? Because it's your energy vitamin, and it helps power your muscles and metabolism throughout the day. Take it with food to boost absorption, and avoid caffeine right afterward. Vitamin B12 is best taken midday, around lunchtime. That's when your body is naturally more alert, and B12 enhances that focus and coordination. But be careful, not with coffee or tea, since they can reduce absorption. Water or a light herbal tea is a better choice. Here's what an example day might look like. Breakfast: a small bowl of Greek yogurt, 1 boiled egg, vitamin D3 capsule, a vitamin B1 tablet. Lunch: steamed vegetables, a portion of salmon or tofu, a vitamin B12 tablet, or sublingual lozenge. Simple, right? But this routine helps set your body up for a full day of strength, balance, and energy, starting first thing in the morning and carrying you through those afternoon hours when focus and stability really matter. Now, a quick word about multivitamins. If you already take a daily multivitamin, that's great, but take a close look at the label. Many senior blends contain very low amounts of D3, B12, and B1, sometimes just a fraction of what you actually need to feel a difference. And because multivitamins often mix fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins together, it's still best to take them with a meal, preferably in the morning or at lunch, but never on an empty stomach. Remember, more is not always better. You don't need megadoses. You need consistent, targeted support day after day, meal after meal. And one more thing. If you're managing chronic health conditions or taking medications, always talk to your doctor before starting a new supplement routine. Most vitamins are very safe, especially the three we've discussed, but your health deserves a personalized plan. So what happens when you get this right? You start to feel stronger without pushing harder. Your legs feel lighter without expensive treatments. Your steps feel steadier without fear of falling. And most importantly, You regain something that's hard to measure, but priceless to feel. Confidence. Confidence to move. Confidence to walk. Confidence to keep doing the things you love, without worrying that your legs will give out beneath you. Up next, we'll go over important safety tips, potential side effects, and how to know if you're getting too little or too much of these powerful nutrients. Because smart health is safe health. Let's make sure you stay on the right track. Before we wrap up, let's talk about something that's just as important as what you take, how you take it safely. Because when it comes to vitamins and supplements, more is not always better. They may be natural, but they're still powerful tools, and like any tool, they need to be used the right way. First and foremost, don't increase your dosage on your own, thinking it will speed up results. For example, some people hear about the benefits of vitamin D3 and think, if 1000 IU is good, maybe 5000 is even better. But here's the truth. Too much D3 taken over time can lead to serious issues like elevated calcium levels, kidney stones, constipation, nausea, or even irregular heartbeat in sensitive individuals. It's the same with B vitamins. Even though B1 and B12 are water-soluble and generally safe, excessive amounts over long periods can cause side effects like tingling, headaches, or digestive upset, especially if your kidneys or liver aren't functioning optimally. That's why I always recommend this. Get your blood levels checked every 6 to 12 months. It's a simple test, and it gives you and your doctor a clear view of where you stand. You'll know if you're getting enough, if you need more, or if it's time to ease back. If you have a chronic condition like kidney disease, liver disease, diabetes, or you're taking multiple medications, please consult your doctor before starting a new vitamin routine. These nutrients can interact with medications, and your dosage may need to be adjusted to fit your specific health profile. And lastly, don't ignore how your body feels. If you notice changes like new headaches, cramps, sleep trouble, or digestive issues after starting a new supplement, pause and reevaluate. These might be signs you're overdoing it, or that you need a different timing or form. The bottom line? When used wisely, these 3 simple vitamins D3, B12, and B1 can help you regain what time has slowly taken away: strength, steadiness, and energy in your legs and your life. You don't need a complicated fitness program. You don't need expensive treatments. You just need to support your body with what it's quietly been asking for all along. So let's review what we've learned. Vitamin D3 strengthens bones, enhances muscle contractions, and helps prevent falls. Vitamin B12 restores the connection between brain and muscle, improving coordination and reducing numbness. Vitamin B1 fuels your legs with real energy, helping you move longer with less fatigue. And when taken together at the right time, in the right way, they form a powerful daily trio that helps restore mobility, confidence, and independence. So if your legs have felt weak, heavy, or unreliable lately, don't chalk it up to aging. Take that first step. Get informed, get tested, and get started safely. Because every step you take today brings you closer to the strength you want tomorrow. If you've already tried any of these vitamins or noticed a difference in your energy or balance, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to begin theirs. Thank you for watching. Take care of your body, support your legs, and keep moving forward, one strong step at a time. Let's end where we began, with a simple truth. If your legs have been feeling weaker, your balance a little less steady, or your energy fading faster than it used to, it's not just age. More often than not, these are signs of correctable deficiencies. And once you recognize them for what they are, you're already halfway to the solution. Because when you give your body the support it needs, it responds. And it does so quickly, quietly, and powerfully. Let's recap the trio that can change everything. Vitamin D3. It's your structural support. It strengthens bones, activates muscle fibers, and protects against falls. Vitamin B12. It's the nervous system's translator. It keeps the connection between your brain and legs clear, sharp, and steady. Vitamin B1. It's your spark plug. It converts your food into energy, keeping your legs moving and your muscles awake. Together, these three nutrients form the foundation of something we all need, especially after 60. Confidence in your body. Because this isn't just about vitamins. It's about what they make possible. The ability to stand without hesitation, to walk without fear, to climb stairs without thinking twice, to move through your day, not with worry, but with strength. The real message here is simple. You don't have to wait until things get worse. You can act now, get your levels checked. Start with small, simple changes to your daily routine. Add the nutrients your body is quietly asking for. And notice the difference, not in months, but sometimes in just days. Action is the antidote to decline. It's the turning point from just getting older to getting back to yourself. So here's my challenge to you. Don't leave this video inspired but inactive. Take one step, just one today. Whether it's booking a blood test, picking up a supplement, or just sharing what you've learned with someone you care about. Because the more we know, the stronger we grow. Together. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope you found clarity, hope, and above all, power in knowing that age is not the end of strength. It's just a new chapter. Take care, stay strong, and keep walking forward one confident step at a time.